friend, welcome back to my channel. Today, I think we are doing our final trash talk for 2021. I didn't think I was gonna have this many products at the end of the year, but I all of a sudden hit the empty status of a bunch of full-size skincare. I actually have some more makeup in here that I finished off, so a lot of goods to discuss with you. As always, I will leave timestamps down below in case you want to ping pong the different categories, but because they're taking up the most space in my trash talk box, I'm gonna start with the skincare items that I have finished off. So I actually have two full-size face washes that I worked through. I finished off first one of my favorites. It's the Kiehl's Rare Earth Deep Pore Daily Cleanser. This stuff they make as a mask and a cleanser, and I've gone through, gosh, it's gonna be my third or fourth one of these. I love this. I think it's a really lovely, gentle, daily type of exfoliator for your skin. The one problem I recently faced though is that my actual face has gotten drier than it normally does. Normally my skin starts to get, my actual face skin starts to get a little bit drier come like the end of January and like the month of February. But for some reason, I'm gonna test it to the fact that I'm pregnant. My skin has dried out from head to toe way earlier than usual. So I actually had to switch this from my morning cleanse to actually making it more of my like weekly exfoliator because it was a little bit too harsh for my skin. So for somebody who has drier skin, this probably isn't going to be for you, but typically I have neutral to oily acne leaning skin, and this works really well for that. I think it's totally worth the money. It is pricier in the cleanser world, but I've seen great benefits to my skin using this. The other one that I have, less of a delightful experience. This is the Good Molecules Rose Water Daily Cleansing Gel. So this is definitely good for drier skin. I originally purchased it last year, I wanna say around like their Black Friday sale, because I got really into Good Molecules and was trying a bunch of their stuff. And this did not work for me because by the time I pulled it out to use it, I have a bad habit of buying cleansers before I actually need cleansers. When I pulled it out of the hoarding closet to start using it, it was just too moisturizing for my skin and it was causing me to break out. So as my skin has been drier, I wanted to use this. This stuff basically has a snot texture. Like you go to squeeze it out and it just has like a slippery, icky, like gooky type of texture. Again, like snot, really gross, but it's the truth. And when I would go to wash my face in the morning with it, I'd have to really splash a lot of water because it does like stick to your skin. So it really is moisturizing. So if you have dry skin, it's good for that. But just the actual like aesthetic experience, not a fan of it. I also noticed like I still have product in here and I can't get it out. I can't get the cap off and it's not pumping anymore. Like the pump just isn't the greatest despite the little straw being all the way down to the very bottom. So even though it's not super expensive and I think it is a decent product if you have dry skin, because of the not so great pump and because of the weird texture sensory experience, I will not get this again. And I'm just happy that it's out of my life. I also have a serum that I finished up from Face Story. So I grabbed this as soon as they released it. It was their Leaf Drops Clarity Serum with hemp seed oil. I had previously tried their Calming Oats serum, and this seemed like it was much more geared towards acne prone, oily type of skin. I like this, but I do not know how effective it is if you have really acneic skin, because I found that when I was experiencing the height of my pregnancy pimples, this was not combating it. Like I didn't feel like this was really having an impact the way my Murad acne gel was actually impacting my skin. But it is a decent experience. I don't think it's harming my skin by any means, but I don't think it's a great cure if you had really truly bad acne. I think it's more for like the middle of the road, the occasional pimple kind of person, because since my acne has cleared up, this has helped keep it at bay, but it did not necessarily help rectify the extreme acne breakout that I had for a few months during my pregnancy. So I might buy it again, I might not. I think I like the Calming Oats just a little bit better. Rounding off my skincare empties, I have one sad skincare brush. This is from Glam Glow. So I got this 100 years ago when I purchased a little set from Look from Glamgo. And I have never really used the like silicone side, but I've always used this. I think it's really helpful to like go into a pot and spread it over my face. It doesn't get under my fingernails. It's a little bit less messy. I just enjoy it. But this has been coming off for a while, and I have like super glued it. I have put it back together, and it just keeps coming off. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a quits. I don't think you need like a specific skincare brush like the one that they sell. This to me reminds me of the size of a foundation brush. So I might just get a flat foundation brush and start to use that instead. Like the next time I buy from e.l.f. or something, I might pick one up to be able to use for that purpose, because I really do like doing that with my mask. And to be honest, I've done it for so long that I just like don't want to go back now. It's a part of the process. So this was great. I've had it for I think at least like 8 years, and I'm parting with it, but it had a good run with me. Let's talk some hair items. So I have this sample. This is from Virtue. It's the Recovery Conditioner and Shampoo. No, these did not really lather. They were very thin. Don't know what it was restoring. Wouldn't recommend. And then I have a full size. This is the L'Oreal Elvive or Elvive Extraordinary Clay Rebalancing Conditioner. This stuff is great. It is perfect for my hair because basically it's good for oily roots and dry ends, which I think best categorizes where my hair is at. I very much enjoy this stuff. I have the shampoo, but I go through conditioner much quicker than I go through shampoo. So once that's done, you'll see it kicking around in here. But I've immediately replaced this with another one of these, and it's just great. I have a couple of like other body or bathroom types of items. First I have is a hand cream. This is from Fiction Bath Company. It came in an Owl Crate box. It's the Ice and Shadows Peppermint Woods hand cream. So this is gonna be a weird scent description, but basically this smells like Windex and men's cologne. Yeah, I'm sticking by it. I feel like that has been how I felt for a long time. I don't love the scent, but I worked through it, and I thought the hand cream was just okay. I think that it really wasn't meant for very dry, cracked hands, which is where my hands are at right now. So it didn't hydrate them as much as I needed them to, but it's fine. I worked on it in the fall mostly and then finished it off the last couple of weeks, and now have moved on to much more moisturizing and richer hand creams for nighttime use, and it's working out better. But I'm happy I've worked through it because I feel like for a while I've had a surplus of hand cream and I've been trying to get them used up, and this is now one less that I have. From Fortune Cookie Soap, I have a toilet spray, which is basically their version of Poopery. This is in Party Pooper. It came in my Trolls Easter box, and this scent, I have to tell you, I loved it. I mentioned it before, I'll mention it again. They really killed it in the scent department for me with all the scents. There has not been a single scent from that box I really didn't like. And this was great at one, smelling nice, and two, covering up that poop smell. But I wish I had had it in body care because I really, really enjoyed it. And I think that this whole collection did not get enough attention and praise from them because it really was well done. I have two bath products. The first is from Fortune Cookie Soap. It's the Crafty Carver Bath Salts. This came in my Get What You Get bag. It was fine, nothing that I really loved. I didn't feel like it was the best sensory experience, but I was happy that it didn't cause me any kind of like aches or pains, because if you have any kind of like cut or opening on your body, this would not feel so pleasant. But happy it's worked through. It was just a single bath use for me, which was nice. I didn't have it around multiple times, but I'm not big into bath salts. Meanwhile, from another Owl Crate box, I have the Vial of Dreams. It's a High Kith Bubble Elixir, also from Fiction Bath Company, in Water, Mint, and Clementine. This, I really liked the dispenser of this. It made it so easy to put bubble bath into my bath. Two, the scent of it was really calming. It was a really calming, pleasant scent to it. I mean, the mint and the clementine, so lovely. It got nice and bubbly in the bath. Definitely one that I would not be upset if I got an additional one from them, this scent or not. And I enjoyed this a lot better than I actually did the hand cream. Last two are actual like body moisturizing products that are not Bath & Body Works. First was a sample. It is the Brazilian Boom Boom Cream from Sol de Janeiro. This stuff is lovely, but would not buy. It's just too expensive for what it is, but I'm very happy to have had this lovely sample. And then the other one is pregnancy related. This is the Bio Oil Skincare Oil. At about, I think like week 16, I started to get a really itchy stomach, which was because of the fact that my body was just naturally stretching. And so when I was looking into what to do, a lot of the articles I had read were talking about the idea that it's around that time that, one, you shouldn't itch it because it's really bad for your skin, and two, this is when you can start to get stretch marks. And they recommended bio oil. I, as you guys know, do not love the sensation of oil, but to avoid stretch marks, I'm willing to play ball. So I have been using this from basically weeks 17 to week 31 of my pregnancy. This stuff is not inexpensive. The 6.7 ounces, I think it's the biggest one you can get, or at least the biggest one I can get on Amazon for quick shipping. And I want to say it was in like the 25-ish price mark, but it lasted me so long that I feel like it was kind of price per use really good. I use it twice a day. I put it on in the morning and I put it on at night. So far, I don't have any stretch marks, which I don't think is all bio oil. I think some of it is also the fact that I don't have them in my jeans, even though I have some stretch marks on my legs from when I shot up as a kid during my growth spurt. I don't have any on my stomach, but the biggest thing I like about this is it doesn't cause me to be itchy. I had since, after getting this, purchased one from Earth Mama Organics, I think, and I immediately rebought bio oil because that one, after like an hour or two, I was itchy again. So it just wasn't moisturizing enough. So this stuff is my favorite. Sensationally, I can deal with it because it's not super oily feeling. It absorbs pretty quickly into my skin and keeps my belly nice and moisturized from like the morning to the night range, and then from night into the morning again. So I recommend it if you have that kind of experience. I don't use it for any other purpose. I don't put it anywhere else on my body, so I can't talk to it for that reason. But as a pregnancy staple, I've been enjoying it. All right, let's talk nail items. I have another one of my Kiss brush-on nail glues that has just been sent off into the dust, has gotten a little bit too much air in it, a little dried out. Texturally, it's changed a little bit, so needs to be decluttered, but it's great. Love it. I couple it up with my Impress or Dashing Diva nails. And then I also have a nail polish. This is the Rimmel 60 Seconds 830 Camouflage. Love this color. It's basically a go-to color for me on my pedicures in the winter. I'm somebody who gets pedicures all year round. I paint my toenails all year round, and I love metallic colors. So this one to me just screams Christmas. I would say if I had left it at a settled mark, it was about like down to here. And when I brought it in for my most recent pedicure, it was just a little bit oopy goopy. She put a lot of nail polish thinner in there and was like, don't use this anymore. And I said, okay, fine. So loved it, had a lot of good years out of it, but since need to let it go. I don't have any other colors like this. I don't even know if Rimmel still makes it, but if I came across another one from Rimmel or any other brand that was decently priced, that is this metallic-y, like emerald forest green, I would totally pick it up because I love that color for the winter time. Final items that I have, multiple items, are makeup items. Let's go ahead and chat about them. First is the mascara. This is not used up, but it is being decluttered aggressively. It's the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Waterproof. So let's talk about this. They came out with a princess collection, and they basically put 3 different princesses on 3 different lash mascaras from Essence. And this is the whole reason why I wanted them, was the Ariel one, but I bought them all. I have never used the mascara that's waterproof, and this stuff is awful. I can't get it off. Not any of my foolproof cleansing balms can get it off. Like, it just is too foolproof. And I'm not somebody who struggles with watery eyes, that like I have issues with mascara, especially since I don't apply mascara to my bottom lashes. So I just genuinely cannot use this. I love how it looks, but it's a matter of being able to take it off. So she being kicked out of my life. I have another mascara though, and it is the Revlon So Fierce Big Bad Lash. I think it's interesting. A lot of people, like bigger YouTubers that I watch, have not enjoyed this. And I have to say, I feel like overall, most people don't like Rimmel mascaras, but I feel like this works for me because I don't have really finicky lashes. I talked a lot about my like whole lash situation in my previous makeup only trash talks. If you care about that, I'll link it up here so you can go see it. But this is the wand. It has like a subtle hourglass with different like lengths of bristles. it works well for me. My only complaint that I don't love about it is it's like weirdly small. Like it looks like almost a travel size, but this is the full size. And because of that, I feel like I tend to like struggle to fully work with it. I wish it had been a little bit longer of a wand. But aside from that, I think it's a decent formula. If I had coupons like I did for the first time when this came out, I would get it again. I'm not over here like, oh my God, it's the Essence False Lash Effect mascara. Gotta have more of it. But it did the job and I didn't dislike the way it looked on my eyes. So I think if you have just general, not super fussy lashes, this would work for you. The rest of my makeup items that I have are not the most fun colored cosmetics, but I've got some other ones that are good that I finished off. First is a face primer. This is the Ole Henriksen Truth Banana Bright Face Primer. I bought this, I think, last year on a whim because it was super discounted. It was like in a holiday set, well after the holidays, and this is a full size, but I got it for super cheap. So this basically is delightful. I really like using more hydrating or glowy types of primers this time of year because I find that my skin starts to look really dull when it starts to get dried out and very pale. This helps give me a little bit more life. So I'm not somebody who's looking for a lot of glow in like the summer muggy months where I live because I just look sweaty and that's not really a look I love. So this was great. I also have to say, kudos to Ole Henriksen for their packaging. This doesn't look flat right now, like it looks puffy, but as I was working this down, this sucked every drop out of here without any hesitation. And until my final usage, this was entirely flat. And then the last time I used it, it squirted out product and then like puffed back up, which is a little bit strange, but it was effortless to get the product out of here, which was great. I also love that it's not super glowy. Like it's not gonna make me look like a crystal ball. It's not gonna make me look really, really like flush with almost like a slicked up look. It just gives a little bit of a natural like glow and radiance to your skin. I definitely think that I would repurchase this. I have one other glowy type of face primer that I'll use up first, and then I'm gonna keep my eye on the website post holidays, see if they have any more of this really, really cheap, because if they do, your girl's gonna definitely buy some more. I then have a moisturizing type of face spray. I've got my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Rose 3-in-1 Primer Water. I do not use this as a primer. I use it as a setting mist. And again, it's like a nice sandwich effect to start with something glowy like the Banana Bright Primer and then ending it with something glowy at this. So that way my skin doesn't ever really get super dull looking. This stuff is lovely. It's not very expensive. You don't get a lot of product in here. But I'm happy that I worked through it because again, it's just another makeup product finished off in my collection. I have a lip balm. This is the Milani Rose Butter Lip Mask. So this one, I saw this come out right around the time that Fresh came out with a product that looked really similar. And I immediately, when I saw this one, I was like, that could be a dupe for Fresh, even though I had genuinely no idea if that was true or not. And I snagged it. I did not love this experience. I found that it was a very slippy type of lip mask. Like you would apply not a lot and my lips would look really, really like sauced up. And two, it felt like it kind of like moved around on my lips. I was using it as my nighttime lip balm. It was just okay. But the thing that really did me in was surprisingly the rose. I don't know if it was just this rose or just rose on my lips isn't really my jam, but I did not like the smell and taste of this on my lips. So I will not buy this again. I will certainly not buy the Fresh Rose one that they came out with. And it took me a long time to use up. I thought it would be able to fly right through it. It's 0.24 ounces. So like it was fine, it did the job, but not an experience I want to duplicate over and over again in my life. Will not rebuy. This is the silicone core infused face sponge from ColourPop. It is one of my favorites, but the reason we're parting ways is after I last cleaned it, this like black spotting showed up, which I think might be mold. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and just not use it anymore because it's a little bit weird. Definitely one that I would repurchase. What I love about this the most is that because it has the silicone core, it does not suck tons of product in, So I basically get the benefits of having a really nice, like natural type of looking finish on my skin when I use it, but I don't pour tons of foundation into like the actual sponge before I can get the application. So I think it's the best of both worlds. Would definitely rebuy it. It's one of my favorites. So the next time I'm like on ColourPop's website, or if they offer a no minimum free shipping day, I would buy 1 or 2 of these. I have another sponge that I'm using right now so I can get by, but this is definitely my favorite sponge currently. Our very last product, I don't think it's makeup, but I put it on as I apply my makeup. It is another one of the replica Beach Walk perfumes from Maison Margiela. This is just, I go through such phases where I'm obsessed with this and then I like forget about it because I won't buy a full size, it's super pricey. And then I get a sample and I'm just like brought back into it. So I'm pretty sure I used either like a coupon code or a point perk to get this from Sephora and very happily sprayed it. It to me is really more of like a summer type of scent, but I had so little of it left that I just wanted to finish it off, and now I'm doing more like wintry type of perfumes, but it's just the best, delicious, like vanilla salty type of scent, and I just want more and more and more of it. All right, my friends, so there you have it. What I believe is my last round of used up products. I have been keeping all of the makeup that I've used up this year in a box. So stay tuned for a year-end roundup of all the makeup items I used up this particular year. I so hope that you are having a great day, and I look forward to talking to you in the next video real soon. Bye.